What's good, y'all? It's your boy Third Degree. We're back with more Ratchet news. Well, some of it's ratchet, some of it's not, but we still got to speak on it. So let's go. What's good, y'all? We're back and we're celebrating Juneteenth weekend. So, it's been lovely. Enjoy the celebrations, but also shout out to Dr. Opal Lee, literally the grandmother of Juneteenth, who literally left her footprints on the celebration of Juneteenth as a holiday. She walked from her home, I think somewhere in like Mississippi or down south, all the way to Washington D.C. President Biden signed it into law, made it a holiday. So salute, Queen. Moving on. But with that being said, President Trump does not like the fact that we have Juneteenth as a holiday, and he wants to try to do something about it. So he's trying to erase those footprints, right? But he loves black people. All right, we're moving on. Speaking of Juneteenth, Lil Wayne was rocking the Juneteenth Black Heritage Night softball game. But, bro, take that back to there's no racism and all the other stuff you was talking about. No Black Lives Matter. Go take that back over there with them. We don't believe you. When your album was trash and you talking this, moving on. Shout out to the late great Tupac Shakur, West Coast, Bay Area, LA area's very own. His birthday was June 16th. We see you. We salute you, King. We miss you. Moving on.
Got to do a little something Oakland style on that there stage out there.
That was for our very own adoration out of Tupac's mouth. I'm done. Okay, done being petty. Moving on. Also, June 17th was Kendrick Lamar's birthday, so shout out to him. Salute, King. Happy birthday. And then June 19th was my nephew Mahir's birthday, but, for purposes of being public, I had to cover his face, But moving on. R. Kelly had collapsed after alleged medication overdose in prison. Lawyer claims life in danger behind bars. But a federal judge denied R. Kelly's bid for home detention, and also Billboard denied him the #1 spot of being named the best R&B singer of all time. So, hey, he just caught double L's this week, triple L's. But prayers to him. Moving on. 22-year-old New York school employee charged with felony after allegedly sending news to a 14-year-old boy. What the funk is wrong with you, girl? All right, moving on. Rapper That Mexican OT responds to backlash after justifying why it's acceptable for him to say the N-word. No, the funk is not. Matter of fact, we gonna speak on this either at an after party or next week. But I got some words for you, bro. We're gonna play this. We're gonna take a deep dive. But moving on. But in that same vein, 19 Mexican Mafia gang members charged in conspiracy to murder LA rapper Swifty Blue. Moving on. Wendy Williams' ex-husband Kevin Hunter filed a $250 million lawsuit seeking to end her guardianship. Wendy denies involvement. This dude's still trying to get paid off of her, right? Moving on. ICE agents spotted at Dodger Stadium as team set to make immigration announcement. That's crazy. They lurking at Dodger Stadium. If any place to do it, it would be that, right? Moving on. The Trump administration plans to shut down the National LGBTQ Suicide Prevention Hotline. Man, that dude is cold. Moving on. End of an era. The Buss family is entering an agreement to sell majority ownership of the Lakers to Mark Walter, who is the majority owner of the Dodgers. So he owns the Dodgers and the Lakers, and two winning teams in LA, So shout out to him. It's sad to see. I'm a huge Laker fan, but salute. Moving on. It's being reported that the cast of Friends still earns $20 million per year. Sheesh, man, I would love to be a friend. All right, but moving on. Engineers have developed a headset that records dreams while you sleep and plays them back afterwards. You don't want to see these dreams, but I would love to, play back some of mine so people would believe some of the stuff I say. But moving on. Angela Simmons confirms breakup from Yo Gotti. Yeah, because it was getting kind of messy towards the end, man. But prayers and salute to both of them. Moving on. 20-year-old mother dies just hours after having BBL surgery in Miami, Florida. I'm telling you, leave this cosmetic surgery stuff alone. Just be natural. Go to the gym. Eat your collard greens and yams if you want to go ahead and tone up or get some butt back there. You don't have to go get some enhancement. But that's just me. Moving on. Lil Wayne's son claims that Wayne wrote most of Drake's music. I don't know about wrote, maybe. I don't know. We weren't there, but definitely influenced because he did kind of wear that Lil Wayne jacket for a minute. But moving on. It's being alleged that Diddy will not testify in explosive federal trial as jury prepares for verdict. It should come down next week. We shall see. Stay tuned. Moving on. DNA reveals that ancient Europeans had dark skin as recently as 3,000 years ago. It was literally a black planet, right? Moving on. Shout out to me for getting back into the gym. We've been playing basketball, but being of age that I can no longer do it and my feet look tired. Moving on. Nearly 800 infant remains found in a septic tank in a home formerly run by Catholic nuns. That is just sick. Moving on. Shout out to Donald Trump for literally having us on the brink of World War III. Great job, you big dummy. And this is only month 6. All right, we're moving on. ATL Candyland stripper charged in deadly downtown hit and run crashes again in Cobb with tequila, weed, and Molly in the car. Talking about a dummy that doesn't learn, right? Moving on. National Weather Service issues Alaska's first ever heat advisory. It's literally crazy when, it's getting hot as hell in a cold ass Alaska, right? Global warming. Moving on. Complex dropped its top 50 New York rappers, and Jay-Z's number 1, Biggie 2, Nas 3, Rakim 4, and LL 5. We will talk about this. We're gonna have an after party, y'all. Moving on. Popular streamer Duchess Dior unalived on live stream by punk ass husband the Frenchman. You a punk and a bitch? May you rot. Moving on. And I'm talking about the husband that unalived her. That was just uncalled for. How you do? Moving on. Now, Bambi's fiance Rayface has a whole family was just using her for TV exposure. Yeah. Moving on. Kurupt's ex-wife confirms Party Up was a diss to Kurupt, reveals Snoop Dogg was feeding DMX information. So that whole line, you're whack, you're twisted, your girl's a hoe, you broke the Kenny George, and everybody know your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother. I never let her go. That was a great diss song, but really cold. It's crazy if that's true about Snoop, but moving on. But yeah, it was Father's Day weekend. We went to Melba's Soul Food Kitchen in San Bernardino. And, shout out to them for having us. The food was delicious. We're going to talk about it right here live on the show. But they're running back their $10 plates after they sold out last weekend. So make sure that you go stop by and check them out. But real quick, after we talked about them last week, Tyler Perry is being sued for essaying against Oval actor. And we're going to talk about this, but I think it's a shakedown. But hey, that's all I got. I'm Third Degree. Enjoy the show. Let's go. Anyway, I'm your boy Third Degree, and that's been your Ratchet News. Enjoy the show.